one thing, we have no benefit of all the Shastras studied. Therefore, the interest in it is lost. Then there will be zero difference between we before studying the Shastras, we even now after studying Shastra. No comparison with others. Within us only there will be no change, improvement, development at all. So, stopping to live the life of contradiction, starting to live the life of integration between what we are studying and what we have to exactly do. Again, no matter what the wrong convictions of intellect says, no matter what the mind does the tadak. कि नहीं देखो इमेजिन करो प्रोजेक्ट करो मन का आदत है वो उसको भी ओवर नहीं करने देते हुए. And the most difficult thing is what? When we enter into the world by opening the senses, how realistic the world appears to be. That in a microsecond only we forget the truth, the reality, the intellectual knowledge or conviction, and the whole world, worldly things, beings, names, forms, happenings, appear in a moment's time so real that we start reacting, responding, involving, initiating. That is why in every important topics of Gita, like 14th, Sarvarambha Parityagi Gunatitasya Uchyate. So to it again the 12th chapter also. Bhagavan says, Anarambha, he is my bhakta, same priya. We can never initiate the world as a real. We have to very pause and conscious. Anyway, today's introduction is very, very crucial, essential as regards the practical thing to be done concerned. For this only, having understood it, the true, serious, genuine sadhakas go to those Himalayan chambers or some solitudes, secluded places. Thus, they, without taking anything for granted, which was done so far, just they become Avrutta Chakshuhu, Avrutta Antakarana, and the Amrita Swarupa Atma inside, they try to search out. And whoever have seriously, sincerely, genuinely searched, to all of them that self was revealed. If at all it was not revealed, that means they have not searched seriously, sincerely. That's it. In the searching and non-searching only, there is difference. There is no difference regarding the revelation of this self. It is there very much for anyone who is trying to find. So may we, through the study of Shastras followed by contemplation, having convinced about the pure self, send those thoughts only inside as a protecting shield, not to allow the not self-persona's thoughts to grow inside. Outside also, minimum vyavahara while doing anything other than that, even vyavahara में भी जो भी हो रहा है, ब्रह्मा की तरह, all of that are expression of the reality only. Like every time that person comes, you do the bhavana that he is a friend, the friend thought grows. Do the bhavana of enemy, the enemy thought grows. Do the bhavana that the divine only expressing, that thought grows. Those who do the 1 and 2, they are samsari, ignorant. Those who do the third thing, they are matured. They are encashing the power of the mind of nearing the reality through the sankalpa that everything is seen as reality. Because everything is reality only, which is convinced by the intellect through the study of Shastra. And for the people who have studied Shastra and understood Parabrahma alone is reality and those who have understood and accepted that in the experience of that Brahman alone is moksha. Only such people understand these things which are said. Such people get convinced these things which I are discussing. Such people alone find interest in doing this. Such people alone do that and get the final result of really experiencing the divinity. Those are not studied Shastras, mainly the Upanishads. See, Sri Ramchandraji also. Guroho sakashat mahavakya upadeshataha atmanam atmastam jnatva त्यजेद शेषम जड़मत आत्मधिया स्वीकृतम. See yesterday's shloka 36 or 35. That is what exactly we have to do. So maybe this way get the clarity of vision beyond any vagueness of the confusion of the mind. Maybe have those powerful convictions that by all means and sadhanas required to be done, having done them, we realize the self. Maybe have the strength to take the initiative and the strength to continue this outer and inner sadhanas. For this reason, we just had little time spent for the introduction. Sometimes some crucial thoughts Bhagavan tells us to discuss with, which is a part of our study. Else the study becomes like a parrot wala, mechanical only. Om, 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 Om Sahana Bhavatu, Sahanau Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu, मा विद्विषावहैः. ओम शांति शांति शांति. ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः निधये सर्व विद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. ओम शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः. श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्. ॐ सुकृतेऽधिकृते बहुधा भवतो भविता समदर्शनलालसता अतिदीनमिमं परिपालय मां भव शंकर देशिकमेश्वर. ब्रह्मानंदं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलं अचरं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि. परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्मविद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः. तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव अनुभवसिद्ध्यर्थं सनातनधर्म विश्वव्याप्ति अस्मिन् कर्मणि निष्ठितानां दिग्विजयार्थं ऋग्वेदान्तर्गत ऐतरेय उपनिषदः पारायणम् अध्ययनम् आद्यशङ्कर भाष्य समेत वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. ओम मनस्तावतमशान्ते यस्य पादनखच्चटा शरदिन्दुनिभाभाति तं वन्दे नीलच. प्रथमोऽध्यायः शान्तिमन्त्रः. ओम वाङ्मेवासि प्रतिष्ठिता मनोमेवासि प्रतिष्ठितमाभिराविर्मयेति वेदस्य वाणीस्तश्रुतं मे मा प्रहासीरनेन धीतेनाहोरात्रान् सन्ददामृतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्भक्तारमवतु मामवतु भक्तारमवतु वक्तारम्. ओम शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. ओम अथ तृतीयः खण्डः. चैंट द मन्त्रास् फ्रॉम द 12th mantra. सः एतम् एवास्यानं विदार्य एतया द्वारा प्रापद्यत सा एषा विद्रुतिः नाम द्वाः तदेतत् नान्दरन्तस्य त्रय आवसथाः त्रयः स्वप्नाः अयमावसथोऽयमावसथोऽयमावसथ इति सजातः भूतानि अभिव्यैख्यतु किम् इह अन्यं वावदिशत् इति सः एतम् एव पुरुषं ब्रह्म तत मम पश्य इदम् अदर्शम् इति तस्मात् इदन्द्रो नाम इदन्द्रो ह वै नाम तम् इदन्द्रं सन्तम् इन्द्र इति आचक्षते परोक्षेण परोक्षप्रिया इव हि देवाः परोक्षप्रिया इव हि देवाः ओम शांति शांति शांति. Become conscious about the entire thought development and its purpose in this most divine, simple, beautiful Aitareya Upanishad. The basic thing, every Upanishad, in whatever the precise form, detailed form, it presents to us the details. Remember, every Upanishad's Uddesha is the Brahma Atma Eka Bodha Moksha only. Never miss that basic thing. Then, how that thing is conveyed in each of these Upanishads, the Shruti Mata and the Bhashyakara's guidance. In a holistic way, if we are able to visualize, वो मेच्योरिटी के लिए हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं. इतने सालों से सुनते सुनते और 10 साल सुनने से that maturity will come. कम करना है 8 साल में 3 साल चाहिए, तो then we have to do homework also of every day spending 2-3 hours. होमवर्क नहीं करेंगे तो 8-10 साल बट रेगुलर आना पड़ेगा. So Upanishads all convey this only. Each Upanishad has its own style. This Upanishad style goes along with the style of Puranas, where one particular Devata is taken predominantly and around him only everything is woven, whether it is Srishti, whether it is Sthiti, whether it is Laya, whether in the Sthiti Kala, all empowerment to the existing beings and the karma done by them, karma phala given to them. So in that way, as Puranas talk, these Upanishads also lifting our mind intellects, attention and awareness to the presence of the divine. We have forgotten divine, taken the world as real. Unfortunately, the divine is not catchable by any of the faculties, yet that alone is real, and realizing that alone is liberation. Therefore, what is the way found is these are the ways. So, if you remember from first Adhyaya, first Khanda, second Khanda, I am not going to repeat any one of them. What is to be attended to is the Parambrahma Paramatma, not what he is doing and what is happening after what he is doing. This is a test, training as well as test. The training is what? In and through all explained things while listening. Are we able to visualize the only or not? That is the training. And that is a test also. इतना बारीक फर्क होता है, seeing the Lord transcending Maya, seeing the Maya Krita Jagat and forgetting the Lord. Only headline difference is there between this and that. Very narrow बारीक बस. जो इसमें फंस गया बस इसमें धस गया, जो इस तरफ आ गया उसको तत्व या कृत मिल गया. Okay, and mind you, two things. One is the reality has to be conveyed to us. That is the main purpose. Second is, what is the world in which we are lost in which we have got interest in which we took it as real. अब उसी को सहारा का रूप में लेकर the Shruti wants to convey to us. Like a great answerer with so much maturity, when he is in any question answer session, when the questioner questions something, from his question only he derives the answer and gives it. Because a person is asking a question means he has thought over. Means not thought over sufficiently to get answer. Therefore, giving those 2-3 tips to him, which sorts out answers. Nobody finds answer from outside, it is from within. An outer answerer facilitates it. What means intelligent that way? What we say, from that only he makes us think and get knowledge. In the same way, what world we are seeing, through that only we are guided about Paramatma. In the Upanishads like this Aitareya as well as Taittiriya. Aitareya talk about the whole world at the पूरा दुनिया समष्टि. तैत्तिरीय में व्यष्टि पंचकोश उस पे ज्यादा दृष्टि दिया जिसको हम अनुभव कर रहे हैं, रियल मान रहे हैं. So the technique of all Upanishads, all gurus, all spiritual masters is reaching to the unknown through the known. Known is all this. So through that unknown, unknowable, but the reality, experiential, giver of the moksha, we have to reach to. That's the technique. Okay. Now in the latest topic, what kitna hua abhi baat about up to the Karya Karana Sanghata of a human being Bhagavan made. Remember, Samashti mein hi paddhati hai. In every jivas also it's the same. But our job is not to discuss Samashti, Veshti, Jiva, human. Our job is to reach to the self. That way self can be reached in contemplating on any animal in Samashti. But more familiar to us is our own Veshti, no, as a human being. Basically we are expected to be human being. So why not through the human analysis only the truth is revealed. Remember in this angle the Shruti Mata, the Aitareya Upanishad is traveling, taking us. Don't question, हाथी नहीं है क्या? हाथी में फिर पंचकोश नहीं है क्या? You know, गधा नहीं है क्या? Ask all, then you are going in wrong direction. You know, Shruti Mata knows how to guide. We should know to have faith in her. So, human being, that is why the Gamanayat, Ashramanayat, and Noyamalam. ये वो शिष्यों को भगवान ने दिखाया या देवताओं को, उन्होंने उसको नकारा. इसलिए नहीं कहा वो, हमको कहा कि don't look for the Paramatma in you being a cow or buffalo or horse, or now as a human being. Don't try to look at Paramatma to begin with in the horse or cow. You look within. When you discover inside, you will see that alone everywhere. That is why up to this Karya Karana Sanghata, Manushya creation is done. So 3 steps are there. 1, entry. 2, bondage. 3 is liberation. Remember, what is to be taught is liberation. We have now got bound and we have entered. Therefore, entry is taught, bondage is told, liberation is guided. See the technique in which this Upanishad is telling us all. If you are genuine, serious, have that vast intellectual ability to think over, we will see the beauty of every Upanishad and this one particularly. Once he made it, then the 3 questions. Katham nu madrute syatu. Second one, Katham pravishatu. Third, koyam ahamiti. How can this Sanghata be without me? How to enter it? Having entered, what should I do? So, in this sequence of 3 questions, sequence of answering is changed by Bhashyakara for the sake of convenience in the sequence. So, first one is Madhrute Katham Syat is explained with the example of Raja, etc. Second thing is what? Koyamiti. Again, for that reason, for that also the question is, why should I enter? Having entered, what should I do? Having entered, what should I do? Oh, katham nu madhrute syat. Usi mein hi bataya. In the second topic's development, again the necessity for entrance is said. While telling us the necessity for entrance, in that only, in what way the divine has to be discovered, within when everything is happening, is being given to us. See the way the Upanishad is guiding. He said, no, मैं जब अंदर नहीं जाऊंगा, so they don't even recognize my existence at all. Then what is the use of me created everything? I created everything for my sake only. On the other hand, say, if I enter, then they discover me. They become aware of me and they discover me. And their discovery of me is of three types. One is they will know me as that me who knows everything else as idam. How wonderful you see? That itself is a guidance. The first step for us is everything which is seen, recognized by us is to be known, understood, accepted as other than ourselves called as idam. जितना सिंपली इस पर्टिकुलर पोर्शन में ऐतरेय उपनिषद ना तत्व विचार और अनुभव के गाइडेंस देता है. Nowhere you will find. But we should have that knack to catch the point. So they will recognize me when I enter. Paramatma is thinking. How do they recognize me as? That he is he who sees everything as idam rupena. This is the first step of sadhana. Everything is which is seen is idam, and anything which is seen as idam, yeah, accept as idam, na? Why are you telling it is aham? Common sense hai Vedanta ka artha. If everything seen is idam, who are you? Only two things. Sat. Then any other thing? Yeah. What is that? Vedana Rupena Chito. So I am Sat and Chit, anything other than me is idam. And all that idam is having Sat and Chit, me, only a substratum. Otherwise, neither they exist nor can they be known. Therefore, self-objectified is a whole word. That is what is the beginning onwards it is said. Saikshata ime lokannu sruja iti lokapalannu suja iti. What is all this grammar? Subjective self is objectively visualized, that's it. Not made, not created. From the absolute self standpoint, self alone is there transcendentally, self alone is immanently. Be attentive. In the absence of this knowledge thoroughly, that this not self is given reality, this not self is taken as self. This is what is delusion. जो हम इतने साल से पढ़ते आ रहे through all Upanishads, in Prakarana Granthas, summarized precisely in this 4-5 sentences only. So, two things are answered. Katam nu madhrute syatu koyavamiti. So, by this what is understood? It is because of the presence of Paramatma, all faculties are functioning. It is for the sake of Paramatma, all faculties are functioning. The meaning of for the sake of Paramatma is to reveal the presence of Paramatma. Transcendentally, at that time, they get dissolved. Imminently, through them, the functioning is happening, but without forgetting Paramatma. For that, the same thing. Drushya क्या कहते हो? तदर्थमेवा दृश्यस्य आत्मा पुरुषस्य भोगापवर्गार्थम दृश्यम. It is said. Become little calmer, quieter, try to grasp these subtle things. After answering the two things, now he is in the third one. What is that? How do I enter into it? Now the two paths, one is the path through the leg, pada marga, prapada marga. Second is shiro marga. No, first of all, when Paramatma is everywhere there, nowhere where he is not there, where he has to enter, just like the Aitareya. Is it not? And our goal is be attentive, recognize Paramatma. Paramatma can be recognized only inside the heart. But we behave in such a way that he is not at all there. Therefore, we have to be told that he is there, is very much is there in the heart only you have to recognize it. To make us aware like that, then in the process of creation, another thing is added that he has entered. It's a chumma, nothing is real in this. These are all techniques, they are all the processes to guide us into the chambers of our hearts to discover the self, because there only Paramatma is available for recognition. Once he is recognized, everything is him only. That is Bhakti. And we have to study it so seriously as it is given in the Upanishad. अच्छा, सीमानम विदारे एतया द्वारा प्रबद्धता, उसको ऐसे ही मानना है हमको. Otherwise, nowhere is not there, is everywhere there. Then how can you enter and out? But you say that अच्छा भगवान ऐसे खोपड़ी को खोलकर अंदर गए, then we start believing that he is inside. What is required is to start the belief that the self is inside. Second belief is inside only has to be recognized. That belief should become Shraddha. Shraddha should lead to Jnanam. How to recognize that Jnanam should be practiced and it has to be recognized. See the kindness of SHRUTI. Now see that stories of drama. Ki my servants of these devatas and all, whom I created, they come through the Prapada Marga. How can I go? I am a king only. I should have a different Raja Marga. What can be a Raja Marga? The other option is what? Simanam Vidari. What is the idea here? Idea is not that Simanam Vidari entered. The idea is having recognized the self in the heart. We attentive. To recognize that self everywhere, we attentive. We have to eject out of this Brahmarandra. So इस ब्रह्मरंध्र से बाहर निकलने से सर्वव्यापक परब्रह्म से हम तादात्म्य करते हैं, wherein the mukti becomes complete. Like we have seen in the Aitareya Upanishad, exhaustive Bhashya of the second Brahmananda Vande शुरुआत में कि first आत्म भावेन, second ब्रह्म भावेन, third सर्वात्म भावेन. The Paramatma has to be realized, experienced. Then only the moksha is complete. And the other Upanishads of Aitareya or Bhagavad Gita, everywhere we are told that through this bhaga, when we come out, then the Jiva Tadatmya, Deha Tadatmya is transcended. Atyanta Sukshma Sarva Vyapaka Parabrahma Anubhuti comes to us. तो साधना कराने के लिए हमको बताते कि इधर से भगवान अंदर घुसे, भगवान इधर से घुसे उधर से, दैट इज सेकेंडरी. प्राइमरीली बोलते हैं इन द बिगिनिंग from here entered. But the idea is what? We have to slowly lift our attention, etc., to that level wherein, having ejected out, the goal to be achieved is achieved of universal oneness. See in Gita also 8th chapter. Bhur madhye pranamavesha samyak satam parasham purusham upayati divyam. ओम इत्येकाक्षरं ब्रह्म व्याहरन् माम अनुस्मरन् यः प्रयाति त्यजन् देहं सयाति परमां गतिम्. Here at this point, this Ashtanga Yoga, the Chakra Yoga, the Kundalini Yoga, the Vedanta, all of them merge. From where Bhagavan entered and became Jiva, from there the Jiva should exit and become one with the Supreme Reality. All these appear to be vague because 100% we are lost in Devasmi. That's why in chapter 12 Bhagavan says, Kleshaha adhikatara tesham avyakta asakta chetasam avyakta hi gati dukkham dehavadbhi avapyate. This is an irrelevant topic right now, but then just a hint why these subtle things are not understood is we are lost in Aham Devasmi 100%. उसको 10-20% कम करते जाओ. Start adding the imagination that I am somebody other than the Sthula Sukshma Karana, then that gives ability to understand these subtler things. So we will see straight away this shloka, what it is. So, Narayana. Quickly I browse through. Saha Srashta Ishwaraha, that creator, the one who has got Ishana power. He is not a Jiva bound by what he creates. He is Ishvara all the time. Saha Srashta, that creator, Ishwaraha, the one who has all powers. Etam eva, This alone, not any other. What is that? Murtha Simanam. Murtha Simanam. The central portion of the head. If we have Kesha Vibhaga Avasanam, that place where the Kesha gets Vibhaga into two sides. The men folk, वो लोग आजकल नहीं करते, पहले करते थे. The women folk, you know, especially दक्षिण भारत का होंगे. Most of them, except few people, have the different hairstyles or no hairstyles or anything. But generally, if you go to any government school, go to the first floor and see all the girls and their head. You will see they have the ball, Ada is taraf, Ada is taraf. In the center, you will see Simanu. In the center, again the center. That is called as Murdha Sima. Murdha Simana. And even little bit, you know, thoda concentration, power thoda chahiye. With this little concentration, you just try to focus the attention on the head. Two things happen. One, the limitations of the Upadhi we transcend. And as the attention gets lifted to that portion of it, you know, suddenly we feel a peculiar feeling of vastness, bigness, infinitude. Because from there the finite started, from there the infinite starts. Murtha Simanam. है ना कि केश विभाग अवसानम. केश विभाग अवसानम इज सेंट्रल पोस्ट. विदार्य, भगवान ने उसका विदारण किया. विदार्य मतलब चित्रम कृत्वा. जस्ट लाइक इवन दैट, व्हाट इज दैट worm ना पूरा घोंसला बनाता है मिट्टी से. Then it makes a hole in that. What it makes, जिसने जो बनाया उसे छिद्र करके, then it brings and puts the larva in it. Again it closes slowly. That inside starts becoming whatever the next stages. तो भगवान ने कहा बना तो लिया, अब एंटर करनी है. तो how to do? From this शिरोभाग only. मूर्त सीमानम केश विभाग अवसानम विदार्य चित्रं कृत्वा. चित्रं कृत्वा एतया द्वारा मार्गेण. From this द्वारा and marga, imam lokam, this world of what? Karya karana sanghatam, the assembly of karya, the sthula sharira, the karana, indriyas and indriyadhisthana devatas, in which antakarana also we have to add prapadyata, pravivesh. Okay, for you and I, just one thought only discussed now is what? Ki already discussed and said, still the doubt remains. Ki why Bhagavan is incapable of entering from any other entrance that he is entered? Arey, Raja can enter from any. Because he can enter from any only, that he can enter from the Rajamarga also. And this is the Rajamarga. क्योंकि देखो, anybody when they ask us why spirituality, don't try to mince the words and all and get frightened or confused to answer them. You just tell them why not. Make them think, and you start refuting. In the same way, why the head portion? The question comes, answer is why not? Understood, na? When Lord can enter through any, Upanishad Shruthi Mata is telling us that he has entered through the Shirobhaga Murtha Sima. हो गया बात वहां. देखो तुम्हारे बातों में Bhagavan's capacity is there, then he can enter through any part. But the Shruti authority is not there. But when Bhagavan is accepted to be entered through the head, both the things are there. No, that his capacity that he can enter through any, therefore he entered through head. The second thing is what? Shruti का authority है. हम तो श्रुति को मानते हैं. श्रुति माता ने कहा कि भगवान सीमाना विधार्य हृदय द्वारा प्रापंचिता. It is a double added thing to us, not a doubt. Therefore, श्रुति को जिसने बिलीव किया it becomes a clear conviction. My Shrutimata told, Bhagavan entered through the Murdhanam inside. अब हो गया भगवान की एंट्री हमको चाहिए. अब किधर से कान से नाक से वो सेकेंडरी बात में. We don't recognize him inside. Those who don't have faith in Shruti Mata, they ask question, why not Kan se, why not Nak se? Anything you answer him, he will have again why question. I'm telling you, this is how the mind functions in not allowing us to faithfully follow what Shastra says. Therefore, never developing that intuitive power to be blessed, with which we'll be able to grasp the subtle truths. It makes us get lost in Vyavahara, that also in contradiction with the Shastra by asking everywhere, why not the other, or why this way, तो श्रुति माता ने कहा सीमान विदारी, other Shruti is also told. हो गया ना? See that questioning mind, that is why चिद्यन्ते सर्व संशयाः. जब तक संशय होते हैं ना, we will never do sadhana. And जब तक साधना नहीं करते परमात्मा नहीं मिलते. जब तक परमात्मा नहीं मिलते संशय नहीं जाता. It's a cyclic thing, circular. Okay, now substantiating कहते हुए सा इयं ही प्रसिद्धा द्वाहा, and this is the prasiddha dwaram among all dwarams. In all other dwarams, the Vishyas are brought from the Indriyas and all, not a very royal entrance it is. This is the Prasiddha Dwaram. Murtri Tailadi Dharana Kale Antaha Tad Rasadi Samvedanat. Murtri on the head, anytime you touch your head and try to apply oil, everywhere there is one type of touch. But when you just see the touch in the central portion, there is different softness or wetness is felt. So Sayam hi prasiddha dvaha murti tailad dharana kale antaha tadrasadi samvedanat. अब देखो छोटे बच्चों को भी उस पर्टिकुलर पोर्शन में तेल डाल के तब ऐसे मारते हैं उनको. You see that? उसको बिठा के ना वो बोलता रहते छोटू. If he is a 4, 5, 6 months he is able to bring out sounds ना, उसको ऐसे गला में पकड़ के बिठा कर सर पे 2-3 तेल बूंद डाल के, for him to make that dwara from this to Sahasrara to Muladhara lubricant so that the jiva can easily eject to know the truth. Oil, why do you put the oil? The effect of lubrication and all. So that is why Bhagavan Shankara लगा रहे, थोड़ा तेल लगाओ, तेल लगाने के समय थोड़ा देखो कौन सा सॉफ्ट पोर्शन है. by the way, तेल दूसरों को मत लगाना, अपने आप को, वो भी इधर उधर नहीं, सीधा सर पे. So कि ये साय अभी प्रसिद्धा द्वाहा मूर्ति तैलादि धारण काले अंतः तद्रसादि संवेदनात्. हो गया. Now this dwara is given a name. Sa esha vidruti. This name of the dwara is vidruti. Why vidruti? विदारितत्वा तो विद्रुति नाम प्रसिद्धा द्वाहा. अरे यार विदारण करके एंटर किया तो कोई नाम देना है तो विद्रुति कह दिया. विदारण मीन्स ब्रेकिंग ओपन एंड एंटरिंग इनसाइड. And as we said, the breaking open is not physically broken. It is how Bhagavan Sankalpa, through that he entered. So, up to this, what are the things seen? All the Karya Karana Sangata is made. Bhagavan contemplated. Without me, how can they? So, I have to be there and do what? Then how to enter? See that? Contemplate on these things. In this contemplation, what will happen? The faith in the presence of the Lord grows. That is the first achievement. Breakthrough. Then how to recognize Him and all, we start showing interest. We will be guided. Seriously, when we follow, in fact, that experience also comes to us. Okay. It is said, this dwara is Ananda Rupa Dwara. उसको फिर भगवान यहाँ जस्टिफाई करते हैं थ्रू एक्सप्लेनेशन कि इतराणि तु श्रोत्रादि द्वाराणि ऑल अदर द्वारास कि भृत्यादि स्थानीय साधारण मार्गाः. They are the sadharana marga for the bhrutyadi, like all the indriya adhisthana devatas and the indriyas. Therefore, sadharana margatvat, they are not very pathini. They are not rich and samruddha. Therefore, na ananda hetuni. They are only transactional things, but there is no ananda in them. Maybe some chicklings, some pleasures are there, but it is vigorous working only there is going on. आनंद का हेतु वहाँ वो नहीं है उन द्वारों में. It's a very trickish point, you see. Through all the indriyas we are getting the pleasure, but very minute, and it's nobody need to tell us. कोई भी इंद्रिय का अनुभव एक सेकंड के लिए होकर खत्म, and we are enjoying it because repeatedly we are going through it. है ना? That Rasgulla, 10 parts I make it and eat, therefore 10 times I am getting Ananda, and that continuity I think it's Ananda. Otherwise, thoda laga li, ek second mein Anand khatam ho gaya. Any Ananda of the any Indriyas is very temporary. Therefore, it demands repetition. In that effort, neither we are affording the object to get, nor the Indriyas the capacity to continuously give the Sukha. Therefore, we become slave to it and we become destroyed by it. थोड़ा सोच लेने ये बात. I told you with some fill up the blanks. So these are all the margas, samanya marga of all these sevaks or the indriyas ityadi. Vrutyadi sthaniya sadharana margatvat. Na samruddhini na ananda hetuni. But idam tu dwaram. This path, be attentive. Parameshwarasya eva kevalasya. It belongs to only Parameshwara, but nobody else. Iti, therefore, tadetat nandanam. Therefore, this is nandanam. Nandanam means that na is chanda sadairya, or na ko na kardo. हो गया क्या फिर? नंदनम. नंदनम. उसको आ ऐड कर दो, आनंदनम. Actually, I told you yesterday, Ananda is what we add. Actually, mean word is Nanda. Nandati is the meaning of the Ananda, the meaning of the happiness. We made A and say Ananda. So, Nandanamiti Dairgyam Chandasam Nandati Anena Dvarena Gatva Parasmin Brahmaniti. This is again very, very crucial thought. From this Dwara having come out of Dehadi Koshadi Tadatmya, that Jiva who was bound will experience by becoming one with the Brahman. So, Anena Dvarena Gatva Parasmin Brahmani Nandati iti name is given as Nandanam, but the Chandasam Dairgyam, the word Nandanam. So, Simana Marga, the Raja Marga, विदारण किया है इसलिए इसका नाम हो गया विद्युति मार्ग. But because it's a royal marga, it gives ananda when we come out of this body through that part. Therefore, it is called as Nandanam. Now, by listening these things again and again, how slowly faith grows. If you have faith in Shastra, that means my identity I have to make one with the whole universe by ejecting my identity from this body through the process of the मूर्धन भाग. Remember इसको एक बात ध्यान से, ऐसा जिस परमात्मा ने इस सृष्टि को बनाया, उन्होंने मुक्ति का नियम दिया, मार्ग दिया, अब फॉलो करो ना. And those who created the flight or created the cinema theater, they made the entrance and exits उन्होंने बनाया ना. अब उसको फॉलो करके बाहर आ जाओ, अंदर जाओ. So when the Shruti Mata told us through ejecting through this Brahmarandra, that's what's called Brahmarandra, we become one with Brahman, and that is infinite. Please keep that in the mind. देखो, मन को ना स्थगित स्थिर करना है हमको, ताकि वो बुद्धि को डिस्टर्ब ना करे साधना. मन हमेशा चंचल ही रहता है, चंचल में मन कृष्ण. With these type of knowledges, accepted, convinced, the mind's chanchalata should be arrested. No, Nischalata ka sadhana ka, a buddhi should function. Then what are the sadhanas to be done? Slowly that way, reject or reject out of the murdha bhaga. Then tasam murdhana vimnitustraika tayoranya तासाम शतम चैका हृदयस्य नाट्यः तासाम मूर्धान विनिसृतैका तयोर्धमायन अमृतत्वमेति विश्वं अन्या उत्कर्वणे भवन्ति कठ उपनिषद में in that 5th or 6th वल्ली में शुरुआत में ही और लास्ट में ये मंत्र आते हैं. In our Adhyatmika Jivana, Paramatma is everywhere there, but for discovery, he is said to be either in the Hridaya Sthana or in the this Phala Bhaga or Murdhani Sthana. For us to recognize, he is said to be more conspicuously available. बड़े शास्त्र है वो, all of that I can't explain quote now. We are studying Aitareya. इसमें जो कहा, focus on that. So today only this much we do. Why Bhagavan entered, with what are the thinkings, and having entered what he has to do, not doing it he becomes Jiva. Tomorrow the topic will be discussed. And which marga he has chosen, and that marga ka naam kya hai? Why it is called as Nandanam, Nandanam it is. Thereafter kya hua? The next topic comes, he has got 3 avasathaha and 3 swapnaha. 3 places to stay and 3 fields to experience to him having entered inside. Actually, like any house you enter, well made, well furnished, sit in the hall, you have wonderful, with different ambience or aquariums that are put. If there's a home theater hall is made, go there, the huge screen is there for to see. If you are there in the kitchen and dining set, when you sit there, you have the food to eat and all. When you go to the balcony, you have beautiful view outside. In that, very good, well-made house, में सारे होते हैं. So there's a bedroom, go there, attached, सो जाओ. There's a playroom. In all those peoples who have made houses between 90s and 2000s, or 95 to 2005 के बीच, independent houses जो बनाए, वो सब ने ऐसा basement में play things, home theaters बनाएंगे. Ground floor में, then they give it for children to stay. First floor they make, second floor for the servants they make it. How many houses I have seen and inaugurated them, Guru Pravesh वगैरह. How facility वाला है. आजकल नहीं बना, because maintenance difficult, therefore everybody is flat in the flat. Just throw some money for maintenance, everything they take care, nothing to worry. That's true, बदलता है दुनिया इसी तरह. So in the same way the Lord made the house, he made the 3 places to stay, and he is going through 3 experiences. For the passing of time. But while doing so, he has forgotten his real self. Then he got lost in identity with that, and those limited experiences always started binding him to be limited. He is called as you and I Jiva. Shuddha antakarana, ekagra antakarana, undisturbed, undistracted antakarana. If all these topics are understood, how easy it is to meditate and rise above all, recognize this. So let us seek, as we saw today in the introduction, such level of our maturity inner, so discover the self. I don't know the time, no watch now. I'll stop here. Om, 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 Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Paramarshibhyo Parabrahmane Shruti-MAATRE Tat Sadbrahmarpanamastu. You need not tell me, I need not tell you. I am telling myself that such a fortune it is that the beautiful Upanishad, which is teaching us Brahma Sutra, Brahma Tattva, with the Bhashya I am able to study. Especially blessed I am. Same way, I need not tell you, nobody need tell you. Each of you can feel and think that so blessed we are कि पूरा इस दुनियादारी से हटकर मोक्ष देने वाला this knowledge of the Upanishads we are able to listen. How lucky we are. Then how to use that luck or fortune. थोड़ा ऐसा इसमें consciously है ना सोचने से the love for the class to be regular, the love for the Shastra to study seriously, then the love for doing the due sadhana, they may increase. Because that's the only thing which takes us away from binding worldly samsara towards the sadhana. So may we all be helped in these things by ourselves. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Mm-hmm.